just an average girl.
She's only 17, her whole life's ahead of her. She hates school because the people that discredit her. Her boyfriend tries to show her that's not how it seems, but every day she just gets lowered with her self-esteem. He lets her know that every night will have a brighter day. She even tried to overdose and take her life away. She's feeling hopeless there, just sitting down beside her bed, and then he takes his hand and places it beside her head. He tries to hold her, but with every touch she still resists. And then he sees the scars that buried deep within her wrist. She's feeling numb, he tries to beg and plead and ask her why. She says this way she has control of pain she feels inside. He's asking her how long it's going since you felt this way, because you got me here just feeling so damn helpless. She says it's been a while, I guess I needed better luck. And then he screams at her and tells her, baby, never cut. Nobody seems to get ya, you feel you're on your own, but listen pretty lady, you don't have to be alone. So baby don't cut, baby don't cut. You can do anything, just promise baby you won't. I know your heart is hurting, you think the road is in. You may just feel that blade you're holding in. Your only friend, but baby don't cut, baby don't cut. You can do anything, just promise baby you won't. The next day at school she's feeling better than the day before. Even cracked a couple smiles as she walked the corridor, but all that seemed to end, she dropped the books when she walked into class. And every student in the room just seemed to point and laugh. She couldn't take it anymore, she sent her boy a text. She said, I love you with my body, heart and soul to death. He thought nothing, typed I love you, then he sent it. By death he didn't know that she had literally just meant it. She ducked the next class, ran home into her bathroom, thought to herself she wouldn't break a promise that soon. 1 cut, 2 cuts, 3 cuts, 4. The blood just started dripping from the tub to the floor. Her boyfriend had a feeling in his stomach that he hated. He followed it, ran down to her house, he never waited. The front door was open, he heard the water running. He stormed into the bathroom and his heart just started gunning. Nobody seems to get ya, you feel you're on your own, but listen pretty lady, you don't have to be alone. So baby don't cut, baby don't cut.
You are 14 years old.
Brand new information.
Do you think your sassy remarks are appreciated right now?
Between this and that video you posted on FaceRange?
What video?
Of her and that jerk kissing at a party.
What party?
The one I snuck out to. Drew's campaign party.
Oh yeah, perfect.
What can I say? The Matlin girls like to get busy at the Torres house, since we're getting all honest.
Shut up.
Make me.
You watch your tone, young lady. I don't think you understand how worried we are.
Can you just ground me or whatever so I can go to my room?
What is going on with you and this boy?
Harry makes me feel good. Is there something wrong with that?
It's scary.
Scary.
Yes, Maya. It's scary for you to be hooking up with some guy you barely know.
Katie.
You can't replace Cam.
Why not? He broke up with me by killing himself. I hate him! I hate him! I feel like I'm never gonna be happy again. And every day it just gets worse and worse. I can't miss him anymore. I can't, I don't want to. He never even said goodbye.
Campbell, you need a group. Any volunteers?
Ouch.
Merci. There you go, Campbell.
Hi, I'm Maya.
Tristan. Hey. I used your face range profile to chat with Campbell.
You impersonated me online?
It was magical.
You know what? This is ridiculous. You just go over there and talk to him.
Are you insane?
You can do this.
I think you're at the wrong table.
When you thought you were online chatting with Maya, it was me. I didn't know how to talk to you, and it was just easier online.
You lied to me?
We are so sorry, but now we can start fresh and all be friends.
We will never be friends.
You sit with us.
As if you're gonna sit with those girls. What are you, gay?
Sitting with girls is gay.
No. But questions like that are. No, we don't bite.
You guys just kind of make fun of me.
Because we like you. You should be going out with a different girl every weekend. Just test out those powers right now.
Do you want to get out of here? Go get some sex?
I'm gonna go tell Simpson that the hockey team has a pervert stalker.
No, please don't, please. Look, I was trying to impress the guys and they think I'm a huge loser.
They're not wrong.
How am I supposed to survive a whole season? I have no friends. My hockey team hates me. And my family is thousands of miles away. I'm crying in the bathroom. An idiot. Can you forgive me?
I guess.
You maybe want to hang out sometime?
Yeah, sure. I like that, yeah. A guy like him will be making millions in the NHL in a few years. A bazillion girls would jump at the chance to date him.
I missed his lips and nibbled his ear. Guess those millions are down the drain.
It's karaoke night.
You don't get it. You need a damn good reason to miss practice.
Dude, you look green.
You know, I'm fine. I thought I found the one person at this school who liked me for me.
Someone sent this into the Go Hounds blog. This was some sort of karaoke jam last night. We had practice. I had an awesome talk with Coach.
I just had to explain to my mom and my billet mom why I got suspended. Can you lay off?
No, actually, I can't. What the hell were you thinking? You just got back on the ice. What if you would have hurt yourself? You put the entire season in jeopardy. We may be done, Cam.
Would that be so bad?
I got a new look.
Why exactly do you look like this?
Thinking of entering one of Tori's beauty pageants with her.
Why? It's not really your thing.
Because I'm not pretty enough?
I don't know. It's not you.
So you don't like this? Forget it. I have no idea what you want.
Boyfriend, 12 o'clock.
Ex-boyfriend.
What? You guys broke up? Why didn't you tell me?
I have to be honest with you. When we were broken up, I kissed Sig.
When we broke up, you were confused. And you came back to me, so... Are you still confused?
No, I want you. I've always wanted you.
Anybody else team green?
I am. Hey, this is Stupid Spirit team, right?
It's fine. Nothing's gonna come between us. I guess my natural instincts took over.
So it was an accident.
Accident? He accidentally elbowed my eye? Yeah, it happens sometimes, Ron. Oh, give me a break. You don't ask much. He saw the whole thing. Tell him.
Cam just snapped or something.
Cam started a fight.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Saunders, you are immediately suspended for the rest of the week.
I don't want to play.
Just because you're already in the NHL doesn't mean the rest of us aren't fighting to get drafted. The whole team is counting on you, Cam.
I wish I could go to sleep and then wake up.
Get your head on, man. And stop crying where everyone can see you. It's embarrassing.
This is heat.
Good morning, Maya Matlin. If you ever want to see your owl again, meet me on the steps at lunch and we'll negotiate for a safe return.
Eventually, Maya's gonna see what I see. Oh, yeah? And what's that?
You're a psycho.
You know, it just sucks that Maya's gonna have to do it. And if you cared about her at all, then you'd get out of her life now. Forever. Go find teacher, come 1-1, okay? Go.
Claire, now!
I'm very sorry to have to tell you this, Maya. Campbell Saunders is dead.
Oh my god. No, it was a mistake. I just saw him today. The cat was obviously fine.
It appears that he committed suicide in the greenhouse sometime all night.
It's gonna be okay?
I don't know what to say.
Say it's our fault. Say we failed him. You and me. He knew he had problems. He was crying. He was upset. Why didn't you do something? You should have done something. You did nothing.
I overheard some students saying there was a guy on the roof. Are you okay?
I'm so messed up. Thought about jumping. My fault, Cam did it. He hated hockey, but I didn't care. I still pushed.
This is so stupid.
No reason you did it.
My fault, Cam did it.
It's no one's fault. I mean, it's his fault.
And also, I
I need to move on. I didn't know him. I didn't choose to walk in that damn greenhouse.
Are you kidding me? She knew the guy for what, like 3 months? I'm not being a drama queen about some guy I hardly knew. Told Cam to go away. He did. Left her. It's the last person to talk to. Like defending?
They did.
But what about Cam?
You're right. I mean, we should probably make sure it's okay with him, too. Oh, wait.
Maya, let's go, okay?
What has got here, yo?
I'm sending you weird text, Maya. This isn't you.
This is the new me. I'm so much better.
Okay, come on. I'm gonna walk you home, okay?
Wait, so you can reject me again?
You're a mean drunk.
Bye-bye. Anybody want to have any fun?
I do.
Suicide, dude.
You knew him? Everyone thinks I'm messed up, but I'm not.
You want to explain the video you posted on your FaceTime call?
Oh, sure. It's a video. Me kissing a guy. I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Don't go.
Maya, I don't want to fight with you.
I don't want to fight with you either.
Really? Because this pretty much sounds like we're fighting. If you actually like that tool here.
I don't even know him.
Why were you with him?
Because he didn't say no.
Hey, this isn't you.
I am so sick of people telling me who I'm supposed to be. I posted that video because I wanted to. Maybe this is me now.
It's not, Maya. You're just mad.
What the hell? Oh my god. You run. Scary makes me feel good. Is there something wrong with that? It's scary. You can't replace Cam. Why not? He broke up with me by killing himself. I hate him. I hate him. I feel like I'm never gonna be happy again. And every day it just gets worse and worse. I can't miss him anymore. I can't. I don't want to.
Try this ginseng soup. I braised it just for you.
When I was a kid, I hid my heart under the bed because my mother said if you're not careful, someday someone's gonna break it. Take it from me, under the bed is not a good hiding spot. I know because I've been shot down so many times I get altitude sickness just from standing up for myself. When I was a kid, I could fill a bookshelf with every different way they would tell me how not to play. They'd say it's time to start putting childish things away. And I was like, fuck you. This is Skeletor. But more and more they made me believe that our hearts are like door knocks, and that's where we get the sound of the beat. And I'll never get to meet the man inside me if I can't stand still long enough to be there. I'll never make it anywhere if I keep running away. I'll never know myself if all I ever do is play Nicky Nicky Nine Doors. They ask, don't you want to be a man? And when I was a kid, I wanted to be a man. I wanted a registered retirement savings plan that would keep me in candy long enough to make old age sweet. I wanted 2 left feet so I could dance circles around important issues until way past my bedtime. I'm not saying I don't have opinions, just that others were less likely to argue if they were as tired as I was. Fatigue does to men what a goodnight kiss does to kids. It puts weights on our eyelids and returns us to a place where reason and imagination lace together shoes whose tongues stick out at stillness and beckon us to move forward. As a kid, I was always drawn toward moonlight, despite an armada of adults who insisted I must set my days according to sunlight. I would lay in bed and fight sleep, believing if I shut my eyes even for an instant, I would miss out on something amazing. Turns out I was right. I have seen stars stamped into the night like cookie-cutter designs, drew lines in between each one, inventing new constellations so that when somebody asked me, "What's your sign?" I could point to mine, the one hanging over the first door past the finish line, and say it's right there, the one marked exit. Because one day all this getting ahead bullshit will be over and people will start looking for me and I'll be there. I'll wear my best flashing red and you will stand winner circle thoroughbred. I will unthread the screws that would put you throughout this life, then smile and say, "You made it." When I was a kid, I traded in homework assignments for friendship, then gave each friend a late slip for never showing up on time, and in most cases, not at all. I gave myself a hall pass to get through each broken promise. And I remember this plan born out of frustration from a kid who kept calling me Yogi, then pointed to my tummy and said, "Too many picnic baskets." Turns out it's not that hard to trick someone. And one day before class I said, "Yeah, you can copy my homework." And I gave him all the wrong answers that I'd written down the night before. He got his paper back expecting a near-perfect score and couldn't believe it when he looked across the room at me and held up a 0. I know I didn't have to hold up my paper of 28 out of 30, but my satisfaction was complete when he looked at me puzzled, and I thought to myself, smarter than the average bear, motherfucker. When I was a kid, I slid love letters through the slots of lockers that belonged to my secret crushes. Built paintbrushes from the tiny hairs that stood on end every time I saw them. My brain stem finally blooming into thoughts. I connected dots and made masterpieces. Each brushstroke a thesis dedicated to the explanation that you, not knowing who I was only because I'm not the only kid who grew up this way. Surrounded by people who used to say that rhyme about sticks and stones. As if broken bones hurt more than the names we got called, and we got called them all. So we grew up believing no one would ever fall in love with us, that we'd be lonely forever, that we'd never meet someone to make us feel like the sun was something they built for us in their tool shed. So broken heartstrings bled the blues as we tried to empty ourselves so we would feel nothing. Don't tell me that hurts less than a broken bone, that an ingrown life is something surgeons can cut away, that there's no way for it to metastasize, it does. She was 8 years old, our first day of grade 3 when she got called ugly. We both got moved to the back of class so we would stop getting bombarded by spitballs. But the school halls were a battleground where we found ourselves outnumbered day after wretched day. We used to stay inside for recess because outside was worse. Outside we'd have to rehearse running away or learn to stay still like statues, giving no clues that we were there in grade 5. They taped a sign to the front of her desk that read, "Beware of dog." To this day, despite a loving husband, she doesn't think she's beautiful, because of a birthmark that takes up a little less than half her face. Kids used to say she looks like a wrong answer that someone tried to erase but couldn't quite get the job done. And they'll never understand that she's raising 2 kids whose definition of beauty begins with the word mom, because they see her heart before they see her skin, because she's only ever always been amazing. He was a broken branch grafted onto a different family tree, adopted. Not because his parents opted for a different destiny. He was 3 when it became a mixed drink of 1 part left alone and 2 parts tragedy. Started therapy in 8th grade. Had a personality made up of tests and pills. Lived like the uphills were mountains and the downhills were cliffs. 4/5 suicidal, a tidal wave of antidepressants, and an adolescence being called pauper. One part.
My mom would be at all my sporting events. Let's say I was playing football, okay? My mother would be on the sidelines, and if the play on the field started going one way, my mother would run along like, Mark, get him, get him. I'd be like, oh my gosh. I'd get in the huddle with the other guys. They go, Mark, is that your mother? I go, no, I never saw her before in my life. See, the greatest gift my mother ever gave me, she believed in me. I have overdosed on drugs on 3 occasions where I should have been dead. But I believe I was kept here for a reason. You show me your friends, I will show you your future. How do I know this? I hung out with losers, and I became the biggest loser of them all because I gave up everything I dreamt about as a little boy because of who I chose to surround myself with. My friends would drive me home at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. We'd be drunk and high, laughing in the car. We'd pull up in front of my house in New York. They go, Mark, the light's on. I go, oh man, my mother's up. See, my mom wouldn't go to bed until she knew her son was still alive. I'd walk in, she'd say, hi Mark, how was your night? I go, it was good, Mom, I'm just gonna go to bed. She goes, can I talk to you for a minute? I go, Mom, I'm tired, I'm just gonna go to bed. She goes, Mark, I haven't seen you all day and all night. Can I please talk to you? I said, man, just leave me alone. You bug me. I'd slam my bedroom door on the one person who believed in me. I was on a worldwide tour and we were wrestling overseas in Japan. After my wrestling match, I went upstairs in my hotel room and I fell asleep. There was a knock at my door at 3 o'clock in the morning. I got out of bed and I looked through the safety window and I could see it was a Japanese promoter. So I opened the door and he said, Mark, you need to call home. There's been an emergency. I went and got on the hotel room phone. I called back to the United States. I said, hey, what's going on? They said, Mark, I don't know how to tell you this. I said, just tell me what happened. All of a sudden they started crying. They go, Mark, I can't tell you. I said, just say it. They said, Mark, your mother died. I just threw the phone down. I ran out of my hotel room. I took the elevator to the lobby, and when the doors opened up, I just ran out into the street. I mean, there was no cars, there was no people. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I walked down the middle of a street in Hiroshima, Japan, and I remember looking up and just saying, Mom, I am so sorry. I flew home for her funeral, and I was so nervous to walk up to her casket, so I just stood way in the back. And I kept looking from a distance. I kept thinking to myself, Mom, please wake up. Please get up. And then I finally got the nerve to walk up to her. And as I got closer, I could see my mom for the first time. I mean, she was so beautiful. She was dressed in white. I mean, she looked like an angel. And I just stood over it. I said, Mom, you are my hero. Everything I am, everything I hope to be was because of you. You loved me so much. You gave me a life. You're the only one that ever believed in me. How did I repay her? By getting drunk, by getting high, by getting stupid, by hanging out with losers? For what? All she ever wanted to do was talk to me. I wish I could talk to you now, Mom. I wish you could see what I'm doing. Why couldn't I have been a better son? We are defined by our choices. But if you surround yourself with people involved in drugs and alcohol and pills, it's a dead end. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm here to tell you I lived that life. It leads to broken hearts, broken relationships, broken dreams, and death. For what? To get high? If you have a mother or a father, when you go home, tell them how much you love them. See, my whole life was about being rich and famous. I had to be a millionaire. I had to win the race. I had to win the race at the expense of my marriage, my family, my friends. For what? To be all alone in the world? I learned what is truly important, and that is how precious this gift of life is, and our families, and how quickly it can be taken away. See, I no longer live in time, I live in moments. See, it's not what's in your pocket that matters, it's what's in your heart that truly matters. Love is just a word until somebody comes along and gives it meaning. You're the meaning.